Well, good morning this Sunday morning. I'm going to try to keep my head out of the way today till I can figure out this camera situation. I was looking for a blueberry recipe and I had put it, I thought, into one of the old cookbooks, and I still can't find the one I'm wanting. But that's okay. We'll make do, won't we? We always do. What I'm going to do is, we wanted fried chicken. We decided we're going to have fried chicken, and that's going to be good. But I thought, well, I better mix up some more chicken spices. And while I'm doing it, I'm going to mix up Grandma Lois some, and I'm going to send it to her. So, my KFC secret spices that I've worked diligently for many years, there's a recipe and a video and everything already on there, but we're going to do it again today so I can show y'all, and maybe you'll try it, maybe you won't. Let me get my measuring spoon so I can get this down. I think I'll mix this 3 times, so let's do a tablespoon and a half of basil. And once you mix this up, you can keep it. Tablespoon and a half of basil, and then we'll do 6 paprika, 6 tablespoons. That's going to be a lot of, that's going to be an awful lot, isn't it, y'all? Well, that's all right. I think I've got enough spices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should have just went ahead and used all that. Now on our garlic, it'll be 2 tablespoons, and that's about what that is right there. 2 tablespoons. Now I'm going to get my onion, and that'll be okay. Now y'all don't have to do this. You can do it in a smaller quantity than what I'm doing, and then you don't have to mix it. But I like having it just in case I want it for other things besides pork chops. Now we're going to go to 3 teaspoons, would be 1 teaspoon for y'all, of the celery salt. We're going to do 3. There. Let me see, oregano. So we do 1.5 teaspoons of oregano for ours. Y'all do, let's see, y'all do half a tablespoon. So I'll do 3. Okay, there. We'll do the black pepper, 1 tablespoon. Oh, this got all over me. This, I tell you, Billie Jean, if you don't get out of the damn kitchen, you mess up more than I can. Phones are ringing, cats are at the door scratching. I don't know what all is going on. Let me let the cat out. No, you're not going out. Hey, I thought he wanted in. I tell you, if it ain't one thing, it's something else. Okay, we're going to do 3 tablespoons of black pepper. If I had any more kids, I don't think I'd be able to get this stuff done. Okay, now then put that back over there. Get one and a half. Now everything's 1.5 tablespoons the way I'm doing it, because okay, that's my thyme. Now I got to get dried mustard, but the way I'm going to have to do that is because all I've got is my mustard seed. Remember on that mustard seed, I always say it, if you have the faith of that little mustard seed, one of those little mustard seeds in Christ, if you have faith that everything's going to be all right and God's going to take care of you and all that, and you turn it over to Him, it'll work out. I've been through some terrible situations and I didn't think I was going to make it, but I did. I'm still here. So let me do, y'all are going to do 1 tablespoon, I'm doing 3 tablespoons. Now you'll use powdered mustard seed probably. I'm not sure. Now white pepper. Gotta have your white pepper. I already did dark pepper, so that pepper's what does it. Well, that's just what kind of does it. What really does it is my ingredient right here, the Chinese 5 spice. That's the biggest secret. So we're going to do, it says 2 tablespoons. We're going to put in, my cat, the one I showed you all, the black and white, he just wants outside and it's so cold. So we're going to put in, I'm trying to get this, y'all. 1 more of this, and it's not like you quit scratching on the door. I can't take it. You'll make me want to. Okay, there. I think we've got our spice in there, and I'll mix it up. Let me let him out, y'all. Let me let him out. Now get on out there. I was fixing to say just go on out there and freeze your gonads off, but he don't have any, so I guess he might get kind of, that used a lot of spice, y'all. I'm glad to get rid of some of that, because you know you need to restock your spices. And I do cook, but I don't cook a lot of with my spices. So now we're going to just grind that with our mortar and pestle. And I may have to get a bigger bowl, it looks like. Oh, we gotta have a bigger bowl. I don't want to use the big, I guess this mojito, I guess I could use this one. That marble one is so heavy. Oh God, see Billie Jean? There you go. Just as long as you can get that ground up. That's all that matters. You want to get your mustard seed all ground up. So that's what we're doing. Getting that mustard seed all ground up there. That's a lot of spice, y'all. But we'll use it if I don't have it all over the cabinet, because Billie Jean, he makes me so damn mad sometimes. I might have to put this in a bowl, y'all, or it's going to be all over the place. That's okay. Yeah. I'll just go ahead and Make sure those mustard seeds are ground. That's the only drawback on this one, is because I didn't put powdered mustard in it, but it'll work. Let me get this off the cabinet, because I'm going to tell you. Let me get that off the cabinet, y'all. Now then. I'll probably, now I can put, let me get I had my ladle here and I don't see it. I'll use this old mailback ladle, that's just as good. I'll just put a small amount at a time so I can make sure that's ground up, because you want it ground. Those mustard seeds, you've got to really grind them up. That's what gives them such good flavor, but I love grinding my spices. Don't matter if they're ground or not, I'm going to re-grind them because I'm going to get that good flavor out of it. I'm going to tell you that much. Okay. That just nearly wore me out. Sometimes I just get worn out. Seems like the more I do, I get some better. I do. You know. I'll just take this and make sure that's ground up good. Because if you don't, you'll wish you had it. Okay. Now then. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and do our, we may not ever get no chicken cooked today. I didn't know this was going to be such a big ordeal. But I should have known. When Billie Jean's involved, it's an ordeal, all right. Mama's in there watching her preaching. It's Sunday. I guess y'all knew that. Some days I don't know if I'm washing or hanging out the clothes. But thank God my arthritis ain't too bad, or I wouldn't be able to do this. But it keeps your hands kind of in good shape, you know. Oh, I'll get the bottom of that out there in a minute. Let me get this rest. Let's just get this right here. Get that in there. Oh, all right. Now then, y'all, we're on our third batch, and that's enough. But you'll mix this with your flour, and then you'll put it in an airtight container, and that will infuse your flour over the months or weeks or whatever. That's what gives it that good old Kentucky Fried flavor, is infusing it into your flour. So, okay, that's done. For right now, that's done. So y'all can use the recipe. I'm going to use this. I'm going to send my friend this. And best way to do that, I've got half a gallon, I got gallon, and then I probably have got a bunch of these small bags, see? These would be good, these smaller bags. And let me get Best thing you can do is get this new, I never used this size. Put that down like that, see? And then, oh shit. I should have known that one is not wide enough, so we're gonna have to redo. We're gonna have to redo it. Y'all ever have those days where you, well, not just days, months, years, that you think, well, everything's going great. I'll just use my regular old spice one. That's all I can do. I've got my big one that I use for spices. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. I'll just use my big one. I thought I could get by with that little one, but it's not going to let me. We'll just have to do this one. Do this one. I need some help sometimes, and today's no different than normal. Now see, that's a fourth a cup. I like these bags because they measure out in cups. So you take that fourth a cup, see, and that, you can seal that down. You don't want more than about a fourth a cup to 2 cups of flour. So that's exactly what we got, a fourth a cup. For once I measured something just right. So that's correct there. So we'll lay that one over there. Now we'll get our other fourth a cup. That can handle all this. There we go. There we go. Okay, through there. Now we're at a fourth a cup there. Okay. Push the air out of it. Alright, that's good for right there because we're using this in ours. But I'm going to put that, you put that all in your flour. So, as long as Mama's taken care of, that's all that matters to me, y'all. As long as my Mama's taken care of. Looks like I'm taking care of a lot of people, huh? Well, that's what you get when you love people. Doesn't matter. I have so much love in my heart, I don't think there can be any evil because the love has pushed it out all these years. I mean, love is not don't take no weaknesses because I'm not a weak person at all. But I just rather not show that because I grew up around that. Fussing and griping, and I don't want to do it. So now I just eat. I love to eat. And y'all love to eat, or y'all wouldn't be watching me love to eat. Well, I have them spices all over here, but y'all sit around and talk to me till I can get this cleaned up. I'll tell you, I'll be glad when I can get me this stove, though. This scratches just bothers me to death, but it's all right for now. I'm fine with it. Oh, this is a mess, but you know, that's okay. I'm not going to try to clean up what I can't. Let me get the whole big bowl. Let me get the big bowl out. We're going to go ahead so we can clean this. I'm going to put my fourth in there. I'm going to get that all cleaned out of that mortar and pestle. Okay. Now then, Billie Jean, Billie Jean. I've got flour all over the place. That's a good cook. That is a good cook when you got flour all over. Remember that commercial, the one where they said, oh, I worked all day, and she comes out of that kitchen on this, and it was those Rice Krispies, and you know they're not hard to make. Homemade Rice Krispie treats. She has that flour all over, and she come out of that. That's the way I look half the time. I come out of here and have flour all over me. But I say, what's the matter? Oh, nothing. That kitchen like to kill me. But that's all right. That's all right. I'm going to put try not to get this all over the place. I'm trying to see, that's what I thought, is 2 cups. That's a 2 cup, that was Granny's old sifter here. So, we want our 2 cups in there with our spices. Ooh, wonder if we don't have white lung. You know, I think that's why my brother-in-law lived with y'all, got lung disease. He worked at Pillsbury's, and they told him to wear those masks and stuff. Now he don't have no retirement or nothing after he got that lung disorder, and it is all, I know it's from him working at Pillsbury and all that flour. So I'm not going to come in the kitchen with a mask on, but I don't like to get it in my face. There's my flour sifter. I couldn't find it. I thought, where is my... Down there all the time, y'all. Okay. See, look here. Look here, look here, look here. All right. Let's go ahead and get our spices mixed in here. I'm turning that kind of reddish brown. It's gonna snow. I don't know if it'll snow down in this part of Texas. So I'm in North Texas, up by Lake Texoma, and southeast Oklahoma. But they're going to have snow down in Texas, and that's kind of unusual, y'all. I don't know, just kind of unusual. Okay, I've got my chicken. I got my chicken thawed out. I got it washed. I got it put in the bag. Oh God, what have I done? I'm going to put that. I just re-washed it a little bit right before I put it in my flour, because I soak it in salt water, a little baking soda water. So now there's our chicken. There's our chicken. Now to that I'm going to add me about 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. That's just because I want to. Now I probably won't use all of that. Let me see here how it looks. You know, you have to do everything by in might. Yeah, that might work. Let's let that sit there a minute and get infused. So we've got our chicken. We can just go ahead. Another thing I'm going to do, but I'll just go ahead and put my chicken down in here. And let it kind of sit there a little bit. I got more drumsticks than I do. That breast those breasts are a little too big. Don't y'all laugh at me for saying that, but it is. They are a little too big. Some people don't like big breasts. Some people do, I guess. But today, my chicken's breasts are too big, so they're going to get cut on this great cutting board. I'm just going to make them kind of like this. We're just going to stick them down in our little bowl there. And look at that one. Now that's a big one. A beautiful breast, but should have won a prize with those. I'm going to tell you, them are some big ones. There, now we've got it kind of in our, let's just kind of put them around there. Look at there. Now that'll be some good chicken, y'all, I'm going to tell you. See how that's coming together there? Now that's what you call southern fried chicken. Some of that Idalia's fried chicken. And you want to coat that really good. You want to just let it sit there and coat and coat and coat and coat. Okay, so there we got our chicken in there. Let me get this mess cleaned up, that's what I better do. I'm not cutting the camera off. If y'all want to watch it all the way through, okay. Because I told y'all, I just can't be sitting and cutting the camera off and on. I just cannot. Okay, flour. Let me pull this cutting board over just a hair. I'm going to set that right there. It's heavy. You old chicken, you see what'll happen to you if you act up. You better behave. Little Gina, stick you in that skillet with them, you old roaster. That's a rooster. I got my chicken in yonder. Mama, one day, my stepbrother last, we went up to a Mexican restaurant. We were in, I'm not sure if it was Sherman or in Durant, and we was just eating chicken enchiladas. That's what Mother likes, is them chicken enchiladas. And so she took a few bites, and I thought, you know, you can tell when you're around people if something's wrong. And of course with Mother, I can tell, you know, because I'm take care of her. I said, Mom, what's the matter? She said, I don't know. I said, is this food, what's wrong? Is it not good? It's usually very good. She said, it's good, but she said, I think they used an old rooster today. I said, what do you mean an old rooster? She said, that's the toughest meat I've ever had. It must be one of them old barnyard roosters. And we got so tickled, y'all, because I had never heard her say that. I had never heard my mama say that. So I said, might have been, Mom, but she went ahead and ate it. I'm going to get one of the big skillets off the wall today. We need the big one today, y'all. We need the big one today. We're going to have to heat that grease up and get that going. That'll be, yeah, I'm not going to use the little skillet today. I'm going to use the big one. And I'm looking in the freezer. Just hold on, people. I'm looking in the freezer. Mama said she wanted fried chicken and okra, so of course we have to go to our great value okra, but that's okay. That's just as good. Just as good. I hope y'all doing okay today. We're trying to. Try to stay out of that cold. I'm just going to put this okra right there. Now, I'm just going to rinse that and stick that in the microwave just for a few seconds. That's all you got to do. I don't want it cold. I don't want it thawed out now. Just hold on, I'll show you. I'll show you. You don't want that thawed out to, you know, to where it's squishy. Let me check my phone so I can see. Somebody called and I never know. Okay. Well, I cut y'all off just for a second so I could get this grease hot. And let's look at our okra and see how it see, now that's still kind of, it's froze, kind of froze there, but it's the way I want it. I'll show you in a little bit. Let's turn our big pan around here. Y'all can see that smoke, I know, but you've got to have it hot. If you don't, it won't be any, you got to get your grease hotter. You won't have no good chicken. So now you just take this, put your chicken down in there. Make sure it's got all that goop on it. All you better. Now, that'll pop on you. I'm not saying that it won't. But you just be careful, because that's a big pan of grease. Don't let them kids in here. You can hear that a-popping, can't you? Oh. Now I'm going to go ahead and kind of put these like this, but I'll scoot them over here in a minute. I'm just making sure I got them all floured and good and done in this. Now I can move this, see. We're going to have it. But I'll put it over here. Now just get you a big old, I don't know where my, oh, here's my fork. Hold on. Get you a big old fork and then you can adjust your, and you don't want to adjust it too much, and don't you do it to where they fall off. You want to adjust that around in that grease to be able to get that all started to be seared on it. That's what you want. I'm going to go ahead and turn some of those because I like to get them kind of seared on both sides. Right at the get-go. And then I'll leave them alone. You see that old blood oozing out there, see, and but try to just brown them. Now this don't make a big old, this is more like of an original recipe, but you're going to have to let that cook. You'll get your legs all down in there. If you get your legs to going the same way, you'll be better off. See, if you turn your legs where they're going around the same swimming hole. Yeah. See, I'm kind of just barely browning that, but I'm going to leave it alone because you don't want all that. See, that's already starting to get crunchy. You don't want that to fall off. So now, look at this mess. Billie Jean, get out of this kitchen. Get out of here. Look at all this mess you got all over everything. I'm trying to, that's some good chicken there, will be. Now I won't salt this. I didn't put salt in, except just the garlic. If it needs a little more, then I'll do it a little more. Now I'll go ahead and just use this. You can use your, I'll use it for my okra. Some of it. I'm not going to use all of it. But I'm going to scrape that down so I can put it in because you have that left over. There's no sense in wasting it because it's just like when you make biscuits, when some of them people make them in the bowl. I've done it. Grandma did it. It's nothing new. Making a bird nest and all that. I just don't do it that way, but I can. None of these cooks has gotten much over on me. Like I told y'all one time, hell, if I ain't done it, I probably invented it. So, none of these cooks that I see surprise me with anything, because I've probably already done it. My sisters called me one day and said, "Oh, you ought to see so-and-so." I'm not going to say the lady's name. She did this. I said, "I've been doing that for a lot, since I had the first restaurant." I said, don't tell me that. I don't need to watch her do it just because it's, okay, I'm taking a lot of that flour out of there. So I'm going to say about a cup. Well, yeah, about a cup. I don't really need that much. I'll just put about half cup maybe. I don't need a whole cup. Now I'm going to put into that, I'm going to add a little bit of my almond flour. See, I've got this almond flour. I'm just going to add. I like it because it, like that almond flour. It's just a great value almond flour. I put that in there to give that a nutty flavor. I like it. Not that I'm trying to be gluten and all that. I just want some. You can do this with all that. Now let me get my cornmeal, get my bay leaves out of the way. I'm just going to put some yellow cornmeal in there. You can eyeball that so you don't have to worry about all that cornmeal. Now you can check your chicken. See how that's starting to get golden brown. And it's those breasts. Told you how big they were. They're just fluffing up like you wouldn't believe. Those will be tender. I can tell by looking at them. But you want to turn those. You want to get grease all over your stove too. So you'll have to clean it up. And then pull that on around there. Turn that one. Let's turn that one back around. Okay. Want to make sure you make sure you've got all your pieces turned. I've already turned that once, I think. That's okay. You want to slow fry that. Look at all that grease I've gotten everywhere, y'all. That's going to be terrible there. Getting in those knobs. It's okay. I'll just have to sit down before I clean the kitchen because I can't cook and then clean the kitchen all at once. I just get out of breath to where I can't do it. That's when I sometimes like to have somebody to help me. When I just can't hardly go. Maybe next week when I get that CPAP machine, now I'm going to cover that chicken. I'm going to get one of my old, don't know where my big lid is. Let me see, I've got one. Let me go in the pantry here. Okay. I know I've got my big lid. I just can't. That's not it. That's to put on your. Y'all, I lose so much stuff. I don't know how I can make it. Sometimes I get so sidetracked. But I'll eventually, I find what I'm looking for. When I was young, I could do everything. And now, well darn, where is my lid? I know I put it in this cupboard, but oh, I hear a dog barking. I bet it's right under this. I bet I have to use this lid because there's not many lids that'll fit that big old camp skivet. That's one of those old Boy Scout type skivets, and not many will fit it. So we'll just have to use our cannon pot lid because that's how big that skivet's. A big skivet, y'all. You just have to. Okay, let me get my flour spoon. Let me get this mixed up here. That's your okra batter. You want that mixed pretty good. You want that mixed pretty good. I better get a plate to put that chicken on while I'm thinking about it, because if I don't, I'll get to that point and I'll say, well, what am I going to put the chicken on? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get this big. I always, even though the dishes are clean, I always rinse them. That's just the way I do. Because I don't. That's such a big platter. Now this is grandmother's. quarterman's platter is what it's called. I don't know where I'll set it. I guess I can set it over here till I get ready to use it. Let me get some of my, okay. I'm going to get a piece of tin foil and have that ready. Because I like to put my chicken and stuff. And this is that old quarterman's platter. That's why I call it that, is because that was what was used in the military service. I don't know if it's Civil War or what, but it's got the QMC stamp on it. So that means it's like the head of the, I just put that on there so I can wrap my chicken. And it kind of continues to cook and steam. Let me check it. Let's check the chicken. Now if that's not some of the best looking chicken you ever had in your life, I don't know. I'm just not so sure you've ever seen some good fried chicken. Because this here is probably the best fried chicken that you'll ever see. Right there. We're wanting to turn that. You want to turn that so you can get it all done. I always look for the glossiness of it, and then I know I've turned that piece. Now I'm going to tell you all, this smells divine. Now probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put some salt on it just so I won't forget. And I'm pretty sure that you can tell it needs to cook a little more, I'd say. Maybe. But you know, one thing you can do is if your chicken, once you get your chicken cooked, if it's not done, just put it in your microwave for a little bit. It's no more than having a kind of a convection oven after you fried it. Then you can put it in the microwave and it'll go ahead and cook that on down to the bone. Now, I'm going to get I've got these brand new towels that I washed and I folded, and I use them in my food, these cotton towels, brand new towels, and I'm going to put them just right on my plate because I don't like using paper towels and all that, and I can rewash these. There's no sense in using all that paper. It sticks to the chicken and you got big hunks of it, or it's probably got some kind of carcinogens in it. So we're just gonna get over here and try to make sure Let's see that. I want to make sure that this is done. I want to make sure that it's done. And I'm pretty sure that it probably is. You can tell by, let me get the knife. I'll do that knife check on it and then we'll know for sure. That one's done. I just want to make sure that they're pretty done. And on those legs, you want them to get done all the way down to the, all the way down. So see there, you can tell that that's pretty well done. I told y'all that was going to make a big deal of chicken, Now, okay, there's the chicken. Well, just go ahead and lightly just salt it a little bit, just like that. Now, what I'm going to do, it's heavy as a bowl. I'm going to go ahead and get me another piece of foil. Put me another piece of foil on there. And I'm just going to cover that chicken up. I'm going to let it sit in there and I'm going to put it in the sauna. We're going to put our legs and our breast in the sauna. We'll just let that sit there for a little while in the sauna while I get my okra. Now I'm going to turn that back up. My fire back up. Let me get one of my other spiders, my little spiders here. Okay. Now that okra, see, it's still kind of frozen. Put that down in there. Just put your, see, it's still kind of frozen. But you want that to just get really good. You gotta really do it. Get this on up there. Don't hurt that that's got chicken in it. You see how much grease we've got. Let me get some of that, let me just get some of these. I just want to skim some of that, a little bit of that out. And if you want to, you could have done it with your, screen door strainer, see? But I'm not going to worry about it because that's good to you. Let's make sure. Now you let that set a little bit as you mix this, and then it'll get all on it. Okay. All right. Now I'm just going to take my okra. I'm just going to put it down in there. Now, with that being get over there, Billie Jean. Okay, that got all our okra out of that. Alright, now, that don't get all this up, does it, Billie Jean? Why do you do stuff? Just mess, Mr. Messy, messy. That's alright, we'll take care of it, won't we? We'll take care of it. We'll take care of it. Oh, now, you see, once that's why I don't cook with like this a lot, because, my God, it takes forever to get the kitchen cleaned up after I get in here. I mean, now, you just want to kind of let that just cook. Just don't move it too much. You can kind of get it back down in that grease, because it would get kind of slimy. But you just want that to cook good. You want that to cook. Get this mess cleaned up. Oh, it's a mess. Lord help, it's a mess. But you know, I don't know of a good cook that ain't a messy. I'm not saying I'm a good cook, I'm messy. That's all right there. But if y'all smell that okra, you'd sure want some of this right now. Yeah, you would. There ain't nothing like good fried okra and fried chicken. So now I've got to think about what am I going to put my okra in. And I guess I'll just put it in a bowl. I'll tell you. I can use my big, I won't really need this much, but so y'all can see, I'll go ahead and use my Pampered Chef bowl, and I'll just put my other little cloth in there. Now you can buy these cloths now down there at Harbor Freight, wash them, and then use them for when you're cooking, frying stuff, and just rewash them. That's all you gotta do. I'm going to turn that down a little bit and just let it fry. My batters are falling off my okra today. I don't know why. Could be. I don't know. It'll still be good. It might be that oil I used. I don't know. We'll make sure I bet it is. But it'll be alright. We'll just let it fry, fry, fry. Now I'll probably put my lid, let me get my lid, get that wiped off, and just put my lid down on there just a little bit, and gosh, this grease is everywhere. Billie Jean, you've been in here again. I bet you have. I thought out some, I buy these blueberries, and I thawed out about a cup of them. I need to thaw them more. I was going to make some blueberry muffins. Now there's our chicken batter stuff. So all we need to do is get us a seal bag. A seal bag, and then put that down in there. Now you got your chicken batter ready for your chicken batter again. So that's pretty good. If you'll mix that and put it in your spices, you'll mix that and put that in your spices and keep it in that bag, it'll marry that flavor. That'll be the best chicken batter, and you can just keep it on going. But you're gonna have to, I'm not gonna sit here and calculate that recipe, it's easy. But if you buy a bottle of each of those spices, I think it's maybe 8 times the quantity. So if you'll do that, then you don't have to mix that every time, I'm going to use my fork just to kind of stir that and get it. A lot of times I'll put my onions in there, but I didn't today. That'll be alright. We'll just let that cook down. So we're going to have a fresh tomato. Let me see. I got to get that done. Let me see. I think probably what I'll do for the salad. Mother loves salad, and I make it for her, so that's what I'll do right now, is go ahead and get her some. I'm going to take the fresh spinach, and I just already washed. I just take my fresh spinach and I just chop it with my fingers. I don't do anything else, but just, those stems are very crunchy, they're fine. So if you'll just take your spinach, fresh spinach, and just chop it. Now, that's good for you. I'll have salad too today. So you got your spinach leaves. That's good. Then we'll take, I'll take some almonds and some cranberries, and I'm going to put them in there. So you got your almonds and your cranberries. And we'll take one of our onions. Y'all know me and my onions. Put that in there. Get some onions in there. Gosh, I'm always dropping something. I'm always dropping something. I'm just going to put a little bit of that buttermilk dressing on that because I want to use that up, and that's what I need to do. Now let me get I got that washed over there. Let me let the kitty cat in. You better get in here, Snowflake. Okay, let me check our... okay, that's getting home. That's done, nearly. I'll dip that out into our bowl so that we'll get the salad going here in just a minute, y'all. I'm going to check this and see. Now you take that out and just dip that down into your, so you can drain it. Cornmeal didn't come off as bad as I thought it was. Oh, it smells divine, just divine. Now, one piece, get that little piece, don't waste. Don't you waste it. Now I'm going to let me get this, there's your okra, y'all. There's your okra, there's your bowl of okra. Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my screen door strainer. I don't really like gravy with all that, I don't like my gravy with all that, let me get a pot holder. I don't like all that cornmeal in there, in that gravy. So I don't mind having just some, but I don't like it with that cornmeal in there quite a bit. So let me take care of this. Now then, I'm going to go ahead and put my grease back in the pan, get my wipe up rag. Get my wipe up rag, get this wiped up, get this turned back up, so now you got more of a clear grease into your pan here. You got more of a clear grease. Let me get some flour. We'll get that up. Let's see, check it. Yeah, it's about ready. Let's just put about flour in there. Get this roux kind of made like roux. And you want to get that let that flour cook now. Get you some salt in there. Get you some pepper in there. And you want to get that to where that's a cooking. See now, all those lumps have gone away. That's what you want. You want that to cook. You gotta hurry though. You have to hurry. Make white gravy, you gotta hurry. Okay. Now, See now how that's going that way? Okay, now I'm going to cut that off because that's starting to get thick. You don't want it too thick. If you do, we'll just thin it with water. Remember how to see how thick that's gotten? Just within a second, it'll get thick. Let me get my, okay. Okay. Okay, got that out of there. Oh, got that out of there. Now, if I need to, which I'm going to, is I'm going to put some hot water out of my dispenser. I didn't have time to do it in the pan because that gravy was setting up so quick. So I just put hot water into my gravy bowl and I'll just, that'll make a good white gravy. Make sure you mix it. Get all that in there. See, that's still, could be because it's so cold outside or the humidity, you never know. Probably the cook, probably this cook is what it is. Well, there we go. There you go, it's what you're doing. Get you some of that white gravy. That's some good white gravy. A lot of y'all say, well, I can't do this or I can't do that. You can do it. Hell, if I can do it, you can do it. I'll promise you that. It just takes a little bit of work. Now there's our salad, our spinach salad. I'm going to finish that and I'm going to set the gravy over here. Don't look at the kitchen, it's a mess. Well, y'all were here, y'all helped mess it up. That's all I can say. Now I'm going to take this. I'm just going to cut my 2 pieces of that. Now, let me get that kind of wiped up, y'all. It's the biggest mess in here right now. It's the biggest mess I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Now I'm going to fix her salad. Y'all can sit here and watch me or whatever. Okay. Because I've got to get her lunch made. I don't like her waiting to eat. I don't like it. I like to get her stuff done and get it to where she's eating on a certain time schedule. Of course, it don't always work out, y'all know that. You know, that's the way it goes. All right, now then. I'm just going to cut these so it's easier for her to eat. I'll put them. That's a big salad. It's just, I'll never eat all that. And maybe she won't, but it's there if she wants it, you know, that's the way I feel about it. Now, that's a pretty salad. That's a lovely salad, but add just a little more love to it. You just add a little more love to that salad, and it makes all the difference in the world. Plus, you don't have to add salt to it. Just put a little Parmesan cheese on it, just a hair. If you like it. If you like it. So now, there's mother's salad. Okay, let me get her tray. I'll put this old cloth on here because I got a better cloth than that, I thought. I need to get some new cloths for her trays. And I have some quilt pieces that make pretty cloths for her trays. So I love this tray. It's one of those aluminum, and it's got flowers on it, but it'll slide off, so you just have to put something else on it. Now there's her salad. You know what, y'all? She don't eat a lot, so there's no sense in me. Let me get her a small fork. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. She loves salad. Y'all can just see what a caregiver. We're just going to do it this way. And what I'm going to do then is I'm just going to show you. If y'all were here, y'all could eat with us. Really, you could. Because we've got plenty of chicken. Y'all want to see the chicken? You want me to show you? You want me to show you my breast? You want to see my legs? Okay, there you go. There you go. Bubba showed you your breast and legs. Now, I think I'll give her a small. She doesn't make great chicken with this spinach salad, and cut that chicken breast up on top of it. I'm gonna give her this. See now, I want y'all to see. See how that's no blood and it's just perfect. It's just perfect. Now, she won't eat but half of that. But that's okay. It's there if she wants it. That's the way I feel about it. Now I'm gonna just put a little fried okra on there. She like I said, she won't eat a lot, but she'll eat some of that fried okra. Now I'm going to tell y'all, that's a good meal. That is a good meal. And that's what my mother's going to have for lunch, and I'm going to have for lunch. We're going to have fried okra, spinach salad, and fried chicken. Now, how much better can you get than that? How much better can you get than that right there? And a glass of iced tea. Wish y'all was here to eat with us. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.